When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
The sun's gone down. Now might be a good time to consider where we'll set down for the night.
No objections here.
Hey guys, welcome to Hangs With Rog. Today with me I have Finn. Hey Finn.
Hey man.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good man, your first time on the show. You excited?
Sure is. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, man.
And we also have Nathan. Welcome
guys.
back, Nathan.
Hey man, I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad to have you back, man.
I don't blame
Alright.
you.
Today we're playing a bit of
be a nice
Final
change of
Fantasy
pace.
15. Picked that up yesterday. I've only played a couple hours, so we'll see how we go. So right now I'm up to a bit. You're probably confused as to why we got out of the car.
I am very confused as to why you get out of the car.
Yeah, so it has this thing where, so the dude with the glasses, he drives the car, but he doesn't drive at night.
What?
For some weird reason. I'm not clear on why he doesn't drive at night yet.
It's because he's scared of the duck.
Yeah, the little pop-up thing said he doesn't drive while demons are out. So he doesn't drive at night. Now, I haven't seen no demons around, but he's obviously just a
So
little...
obviously it's a lot safer to be out in the open than it is to be inside of a metal container driving at rapid speeds.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, we'll just go to that the objective here. I'm not sure what I'm doing, to be honest with you.
Are these just
But,
like waypoint markers, or?
Yeah, but I kind of haven't been following what we're supposed to be doing, so I'm a little bit lost. It says head to the mineral deposit. Oh, I think actually I'm supposed to find some minerals for this dude. That's supposed to then
Making automotive paint. That's what you're
You're like customizing your car or something, or
no,
why do you need automotive paint?
not sure, man. Not. Ooh.
Sniff. Hey, The Last Guardian's coming out. Voila, it's not delayed again.
Actually, this big guy came up before, but where he's huge.
That's terrifying.
So yeah, so I'm supposed to find these things for the guy at the port who's supposed to be. Ooh,
Is that a boss battle? Is that health coming up the top?
I'm sneaking.
Is that just like him
Oh Jesus!
viewing you or something? Like he's seeing you?
I've seen a bird like that in real life once. He was dead and decomposing.
No, basically I'm supposed to find something for this guy to
What
like,
is that? Okay.
because there are no boats at the pier, so I have to find this. Yeah, garnet stone.
Cool.
Give Dino the stone, or Dino. Yeah, so I give Dino the stones, and he gets the boat back, and I can get across. But
So neither of us have any idea what's going on. So what's happened up to this point in the story?
I think you're about to get messed up.
finding big birds and stuff. He's got wings on his head. He's got 4 wings, and 2 of them are on his head.
Okay.
That's what's happening right now.
Peace out, homie.
Last time I saw him, he flew away. Pretty much like what he's doing right now. Anyway, So I had a quick chat with you guys before, and you both said you don't know anything about Final Fantasy, really.
Absolutely nothing.
Indeed.
It is dangerous to travel at night. Consider returning to a rest point. Yeah, cool. Either of you ever played any of them? There's 15 of them plus little spin-off games, and you've never played any of them?
I think I played a Super Smash Bros. Ripoff once, and Cloud was in it. That's probably the closest I've been to it.
Oh, that's
Cloud's
really
from Final
sad.
Fantasy, yeah?
That's really
Or
sad.
is that Kingdom Hearts?
No, it's from Final Fantasy.
Just checking.
From Final Fantasy 7. But anywho,
I think I saw half of a movie with him in it as well. One of my friends was completely obsessed. He'd talk to me about it, and it would go in one ear and out the butthole.
That's really sad, man. That's really sad.
think
I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy fan myself. I've played a couple of them. I've never finished. The only Final Fantasy I've ever finished is sitting over there, and it's Type 0, which was a PSP exclusive in Japan, and then came out as a remastered version on PS4 in the West.
Was it any good?
It was pretty good. It had
Similar.
similar sort of
The
combat
rest head back
system
into
to
town.
this one, where it's all real time. But you control, I think it was, he's asking me something. We'd best head back into town. Let's go back
take
to
over.
town.
He really doesn't like driving at night, does he?
Take over and just drive for him.
There's a little,
Let's
little
head back
girl.
to town.
His hair is white.
Let's call it a night.
But,
product is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that only Final Fantasy I ever played, honestly can't remember what one it was, but it would have been like emulated on like laptop. My cousin would have like set it up for me, and she would just, because she loves like RPGs and these kind of games.
It's
Fair
very
enough.
pretty here at
Fair
night.
enough. But yeah, as you saw when we started the game, it says the first thing that comes up on the screen is a Final Fantasy for what does it say?
Newcomers. And
Newcomers and new, yeah, and fans.
Newcomers and
new
new fans.
For old
Yes!
fans and
Yeah.
newcomers.
Something like that.
I'm
You
a
know
new
what I meant. Anyway, so yeah, I agree with that. So there are things, little Easter eggs in there that you'll find, and you go, oh, cool, yeah, it's cool little things like if you get in the car and you start playing music, it will play soundtracks from all the different Final Fantasies that have come out
That's
before,
pretty cool.
and it says
But the
which one
story,
it's from and
the
things
story
like
itself
that.
is a standalone story, isn't it? It doesn't
Yeah,
tie
so
into other games.
every Final Fantasy game has a different story.
So which one
except
is the
for-
true Final Fantasy? Is it the first fantasy
Did you know
or the 15th?
that the
fantasy?
first one was supposed to be the studio's last game? That's why it's called Final Fantasy.
Wow, I did not know that.
And we are now playing Final Fantasy 15.
How many years
So
later?
that worked.
The first one came out in 87. Yeah.
It was like
Dude.
negative age.
Cat Quest.
Cat Quest?
Cat Quest.
Can't handle the Cat Quest.
All three of
Is that
us.
'cause you're?
Let's.
That's-
Taking a little
Hey,
stroll?
buddy.
How come you're all alone? You must be hungry. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on a sec. I'll find you something. Oh, gotta come up with some cat food.
That's beautiful.
Could always buy some.
That's a quest.
Or we could fish for some.
Excellent idea.
Yeah.
Fish for some-
Something I didn't tell you guys. Before you guys came over, I was playing, and I went to a little restaurant in there, and I couldn't afford dinner. And now I'm supposed to find food for a cat.
This game is really realistic.
Yeah.
Can't afford food, but have to feed your pets.
I mean, come on, man. I can't feed myself. Now I can feed some stray cat.
So you were saying before that you've only played, the only other Final Fantasy you've played is the one on PSP,
Finished.
yeah?
No, finished. I've
Finished.
played most of them. I just
Okay.
never finished it.
So what made you so keen for this one?
As you guys probably know, I've been sort of following the development of this one for a long time. It was announced 10 years ago as it was called Final Fantasy Versus 13. So it's supposed to come out alongside number 13,
Okay.
and then just had some rough patches.
Like I went the wrong way. He's like, oh, whoops! I can't walk that way.
Hey, dude.
When you're too big for the staircase.
Yeah, he's giving
He's just
up
like,
on life.
Was that
oh,
in that?
Noctis. You silly bugger.
Alright, let's talk to this dude. So we'll give him the stone, and it's supposed to get us our ferry back, and we get across the. I don't know where we're going exactly, but yeah, basically my sort of main goal at the moment is to go to where the princess is, because I'm supposed to marry the princess. I think you remember from the movie. If you guys don't know anything about this, like Finn right now probably has no idea. Basically, they've been trying to establish a massive universe before the game came out. So they released a movie called Kingsglaive, which I saw at the cinemas by myself because Nathan decided to be sick that day.
I blame Nando's.
Great experience, nonetheless. But yeah, basically, none of the main characters in the game, so none of the 4 characters are in the movie. It basically just sets up
the universe, or
yeah, kind of, yeah. So it basically gives you a bit of backstory to. I didn't even listen to the guy. What did you say?
Honestly, wasn't listening either.
Told you, I'm a man of integrity.
Told you, man.
Should be smooth.
So I think you just have to do something else while
So let me
he's
know when you're ready
getting
to
ferry
ship out.
tickets. Okay.
I admit,
Oh, just gotta let him know when you're ready. Are you ready to ship out?
Ah, yes.
Must be pretty connected if he can pull some strings around an imperial embargo.
Oh, I've heard talk about him like he's not there, but he's sitting right there.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna get us a ship.
So ask
You
Dino
guys
to
ready
get
to
you
set
on board.
sail?
Yeah, I've been ready for a while, man.
Already? The ship all arrived
But
till
yeah, let's go.
tomorrow.
So
Text boxes are like really jarring, aren't they? They just like pop.
yeah,
They just come
yeah.
out of nowhere and you're like, oh,
It
okay.
did kind of bother me. Yeah, but
Could crash right here.
I guess that could help. But you can turn the HUD off completely. But then it doesn't come up with
Just-
where, like any markers of where you're supposed to go and things like that, which is kind of annoying.
Is that in 4K or no?
That
Quality
is
is
definitely some next gen.
What's a report card
stuff right
for?
there.
Is that just like how you fought during that section?
Just
or?
your score and stuff.
A+, good job, man.
Good job, man.
Thanks.
Thanks, proud of you.
Thank you. Thank
Done
you.
a really good job. I give you an A+ or
Yes.
effort.
Thank you
Nothing
so
else.
much, man. I'm gonna cry, I think.
Damn.
But if, by the way, I'll bring that up now because it's happening. I don't know if you guys just noticed what just happened. But
think you leveled up.
basically, yeah. But how the system works is just like most RPGs, you collect experience when you fight things and complete certain objectives. But in this game, they've decided to. So it's same thing. You collect experience, but you don't level up until you go to sleep. Basically, you accumulate experience like most RPGs, but you won't level up until you go to sleep, or I think when you finish a mission. That's when it it tallies up all the experience you've accumulated, and that's when you level up.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. So you'll play for a whole day, and you won't level up until you set up a camp or find a little hotel like I did before, but it was too expensive. And I
You
couldn't
take out
afford
like
to
6
stay
bosses.
the night.
When you take out like 6 bosses, then you go from level 1 to like level 37.
Well, imagine
I
you.
I do remember reading something about one of the bosses. I don't know if either of you read it, but apparently it was a boss that takes like 3 actual days.
72 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I read
so
that.
yeah, I was going to talk about that. So I don't know if
I assume
it's
it's,
the
I
case
assume it's
for,
later in the game.
I don't know if it's the case for you guys, but I first saw that on that Conan O'Brien video.
Yeah.
Where the
Yeah,
guy goes,
exactly, yeah.
yeah, so it takes 72 hours to beat the boss. So that's not true at all. In fact, there's a YouTuber, I don't know his name.
Must be really good.
It must be. But he's beaten that boss in about 50 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Was he
Yeah.
like pretty high
it's
level
like-
though, or?
Yeah, so he's supposed to be pretty hard. But
Yeah.
another fact is you don't encounter that guy until you finish the entire game.
Oh.
So you have to finish the story. Yeah, I'll take a photo of the...
Oh, because Conan would have had like a development copy,
development
so he
copy,
would have.
Yeah, but I still don't understand why they would say something like that. I mean, how does that...
They probably
like...
expected you to fight the boss before finishing the game or something. Or can you only see the
No,
boss?
no. It's like...
You can finish it in 50 minutes, regardless. Like it shouldn't take.
No.
7 hours.
You can't encounter that big dude
Until the end.
until you finish the story.
They lied. They betrayed us.
Conjecture gets us nowhere. We're searching for truth.
All you'll find are
It's oh Jesus!
What is going on?
Wow,
Who's that?
that's the Empire. They're called it's called Niflheim. They're just a bunch of bastards that want to take over the world.
It really just sounds like a German man sneeze.
So are they from like another world, another planet?
No, they're human.
Okay.
They're
So
just-
this is
they're
like
just
supposed to be Earth, yeah?
bastards.
Is this supposed to
Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie they drive an Audi.
Oh, really?
This guy gets in
Yeah.
an actual like Audi car.
Yeah, they got a massive marketing deal with Audi. I don't know if you saw, but they've got a limited edition Audi,
up ahead.
Final Fantasy Audi. That looks amazing.
I was stressing about the price of the PS4.
Yeah, there's only one in the
If
world.
the road ahead's blocked,
Is somebody in
find a way
particular own
around.
it? Or?
I don't know.
Usually they do like charity auctions and stuff. For those
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
not
things.
sure what happened to it, to be honest.
It's actually really cool how like they're soldiers, but they look like knights.
Okay, I'm really confused. Because now I understand when it's set, but there are a couple plot holes.
Okay.
Let's make a
Well, if they've gone to so much effort to think about it and make a movie that ties in with the game,
no.
then everything has to make sense. You'd think so.
Yeah, the only way is if during part of the movie they're still in the city, and then but you don't see them. But then, sort of in the middle of the movie, they leave the city.
And then go to what you were doing at the start of the game.
Yeah, that's the only way it makes sense. But they don't talk about them at all in the movie, or not much anyway.
Interesting.
But
I guess it's because you're making your own story.
There they
with
are.
this. You're following the story.
Take them out.
But yeah, alright, since we're in a combat situation, let's talk a bit about the combat. So, if you guys have played Kingdom Hearts, it's similar in the sense that it's real time.
When you say real time, how do you mean? Because I feel like every combat game I've played is real time.
Rather than turn-based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most of
Yeah.
the Final Fantasies are turn-based.
Final Fantasy has pretty much always been
Okay.
turn-based. What's it called? Type 0 was real time, but most of them have been turn-based. This one's probably the best combat system I've experienced in a Final Fantasy game, or better than Kingdom Hearts, but
It looks really smooth.
yeah.
It looks really fun.
And I can do this thing, which I absolutely love, and I can't show you because all the enemies are dead! Woo!
Sounds awesome.
A+.
But basically, they have this power that allows them to just spawn weapons in the hand, like so.
Oh wow.
They can also throw their weapons and teleport to where the weapon is.
I saw that in the movie. That's beautiful. And I think I've seen it in the game as well in some of the trailers.
The score sounds amazing. The music sounds...
Okay, ready?
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Beautiful.
one of my favorite things in the game. I
Did you-
absolutely love it. And as Nathan,
Can you block those bullets, or do you just have to dodge?
I don't know. That's the first time I've ever encountered someone shooting at me.
Oh, wow.
I've always fought like monsters and
Melee and stuff.
So yeah. So basically, if I go up there, like so, I can just chill up here and observe the battlefield
And get shot at.
And yeah, but if you look at my HP, it's coming back pretty quickly. He's tired. So I go up there,
Yeah.
look around, pick a target, and if I walk to them, I do extra damage.
That's awesome.
And you can also use your teammates to do some cool little moves like
Are there...
this one. I don't know what's going on right now.
Are there like skill trees and stuff so you can get new combos
Yes.
and that kind of stuff too?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
remember us talking yesterday about the update and we were going through the what's it called, the patch notes, and in one of them obviously it was saying that they liked the design of a couple of moves they used in the Omen trailer.
Yeah.
So much that they actually put them into the game, like a warp kick or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quite remember, but I remember talking about it, and yeah, I suppose is that something you sort of unlock as you play the game?
Not sure, to be honest with you. It might already be in it, but I don't remember what that move looks like in the trailer, so I couldn't tell you if it's already in there or if I unlock it later.
So is there any other little things about the game that you're just loving? Like, you've only played a couple of hours, but...
Yeah, but like, obviously the difference between us is I'm already involved in that universe because we talked about the movie earlier on, but there's also a series of animated episodes on YouTube that you can watch, and they go for about 10 minutes each.
Yep.
I believe there's 5 episodes. I've watched them all. They basically just set up the relationship between the 4 characters, how they became friends, what they are to Noctis. So
they're his bodyguards. Is that right, or are they just mates?
Gladio's his bodyguard, so the guy with the tattoos.
Mullet Man.
But is he still like
Mullet
friends with
Man.
them, or...?
Yeah, but basically when Noctis was younger, Gladio was like, this guy's just a little spoiled brat, he's a prince, or whatever, and then they actually became closer, and Gladio trained him in martial arts.
Oh, cool.
Taught him his fighting skills.
So who's the most powerful out of the 4 of them? If you had to pick one. Obviously they all have their own traits that are better than others, but... Would it be Gladio, or...?
Gladio is the strongest, but he's slower. He's got that massive 2-handed sword.
Yeah, it looks hectic.
What's his name?
Are they similar to when we were watching the movie? I didn't completely understand what was going on, but I think I gathered that the Kingsglaive themselves had some form of, they could control the magic, and then the king gave them sort of more magic. Was it something like that?
No. So basically, the Kingsglaive use the king's power to use the magic. Okay. So without the king, they don't have any magical powers.
Right. Because my follow-up question was: are these guys using the king's magic, or do they have their own?
It would be. I imagine it would be Noctis. I'm not entirely sure because I'm pretty early. We're still pretty early in the story.
I watched you play for what, like 25 minutes now, and
yeah.
I've played one of the first ones, like I said, on emulator.
Yeah.
And watching you play this, it makes me want to play it. I love games that make you do stuff like this. Fill up your petrol tank.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Another cool feature, you have to fill up your tank in your car.
Do you run low on energy if you don't eat food? Do you have to cook food, or is that just to replenish?
So you cook food and it gives you bonus attributes depending on what the guy cooks.
We did see that before. When,
yeah.
When he cooked something and his cooking level went up.
AI at its best, guys.
That's fantastic. That's...
Wow.
He's
artificial
shuffling.
non-intelligence.
It's come back into...
Do you reckon he needs his glasses checked or no?
And guys,
called spectacles.
The most worrying thing is that's supposed to be the smart guy of the group.
I'm stressing.
Yeah.
He's the one who doesn't drive at night because he's a pussy.
Yeah. Okay, I think he's given up now.
Yeah.
He's given up.
Okay, cool. Awesome. He's like,
But yeah, like we were saying, we have to fill up the car. And no, actually what I was up to was, so, what's his name?
He's cooking?
Ignis.
He cooks. Yeah.
Ignis. He cooks. So depending on what he cooks, you get different attributes like extra HP, extra, attack points or whatever.
And is that lasted until you camp again? Or
No. So there's a little bar that comes up at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
When that's empty, you obviously don't have those attributes anymore until you cook something else.
So if you were thinking of picking the game up, would you recommend watching the episodes and watching the movie and then playing the game, or?
100%. So I started with watching the anime on YouTube. So it's just on the Final Fantasy 15 YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's 5 episodes. So you'd be spending about an hour watching them all, and then watch the movie, which sets up the premises why the Niflheim are invading the capital city and things like that. Basically, what happens, why they are traveling, why they're going to meet the princess. But yeah, just a quick summary. Basically, what the
God, so
hell?
cool.
Let's go.
Little Prompto wants to go to bed. Yeah, so if you watch the anime, Prompto is kind of Noctis's best friend. So they went to school together. Noctis was kind of this like loner, but everyone thought he was cool and was trying to be his friend because he's the prince. And Prompto was this fat kid. No one liked him, and he was like, man, I want to be Noctis's friend. So I'm going to work out and go running every day and lose some weight and become his friend. So that's what he did. Then they became friends. So Noctis is just a little shallow guy and only befriends skinny
Yeah, I was
people.
going to say, that doesn't really set a good lesson, does it? Pretty much if you want to be popular, lose weight, don't be fat, get pretty.
Nah, basically, Noctis was always nice to him, but like they only became friends later on.
Did you just turn around for no reason?
Yeah, he wants to stay at the hotel.
Yeah, we're going to
Because
the
Prompto's tired.
Yeah. And Ignis is kind of, I guess, Noctis's kind of advisor. So earlier on in Noctis's life, he moves out of home and stays in this hotel. But like most teenagers, he, aka Nathan, didn't clean his room, left rubbish everywhere. So Ignis goes to the hotel room and cleans the room and cooks for him.
I will cut you. Okay, so it's basically he's like butler.
And I will not cut this out of the show.
So it's his butler, yeah? Cool.
But
Wow. How to be 10 years old.
hey, it's okay. I don't clean my room and I leave food everywhere, so that's what 10-year-olds do.
Yeah.
Did you come across anything that caught your
The
thing?
main thing that I'm thinking about is something that you played yesterday.
What might that be?
No Man's Sky update. What's the update called?
The Foundation update.
Foundation update. So what the game should have been when it came out.
Exactly right. Yeah,
Cool.
they pretty much
Okay,
started.
guys, I'm about a minute away. We have a minute to talk about news. Go.
Done.
No
No
Man's
Man's
Sky.
Sky. Questions? Shoot.
Are you liking it so far?
I played about an hour and a half's worth of it yesterday.
Okay.
It's as soon as you load it up, I had to reinstall it and everything, get the update installed,
Yep.
which wasn't too big of an update. Can't remember off the top of my head. But as soon as I got back into it, I had three choices: a creative mode, which wasn't there before; a survival mode, which wasn't there before; or I could continue the game that I'd originally been playing.
Yep.
Now, I never got to the point where I played the game enough that I hated it. I just
Yep.
stopped playing it because everybody said that it wasn't worth it.
We're
And
here.
I was
Stop.
like, oh.
I'm joking. Go on.
Well, anyway, I played the game
Savage.
a lot, and I enjoyed every minute I played of the game.
Yeah.
I never got up to the point where I was like, this is so repetitive, it sucks, I'm not going to play it anymore. But I heard lots of bad things, and then it got like that. So I was like, I'm going to stop before it gets like that for me, so when it comes time to get back into it, I can get back into it really easy. And it happened like instantly. I got back into it, I loved exploring, I continued all the stuff that I enjoyed about the game originally. But there's a lot more stuff you can do now as well. For example, beforehand, you would have played enough that you would have seen like your freighter ships and all that kind of stuff in space. So you have your standard space stations and you have these ships everywhere. But the ships didn't do anything. Whereas now, pirates come in and they fight these freighters, and the freighters call for your assistance, and you go to the freighters and you can actually dock on those ships. And when you dock on the ships, you can go up and you got to find your way through the ships because they're weirdly symmetrical in a way that it's so difficult to maneuver them. Like whichever way you go, you're always going up. And then I ended up at the front, and the captain looks at me, and apparently he was looking at me really greedily, and he was like, yes, come and buy my ship. And I was like, yeah, man, sure, I'll buy your ship. And then he said, yeah, that'll be 7 million credits.
How much money do you have?
About
currently?
1.5
So that's not happening.
million though, not 1.5 credits.
1.5 credits.
I'm kidding, it's
1.5
1.5 credits. No, but but there's a lot of little bits and pieces they've improved as well. For example, I don't know if you did a lot of space battles, but in space battles,
Yeah.
remember when they take down your shield? You have to go through the whole menu to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if you press up on the D-pad, it actually loads up everything that needs to be recharged and allows you to recharge it with whatever you have on your ship.
Okay.
And your freighter gives you additional slots for your inventory as well. And then on top of that, you can build bases now too, and it's fully like you can build bases whichever way you want it. There's
So you can
not
build
a lot of
bases like
structure to it.
wherever? Or
There are certain spaces where there are abandoned bases that you can
upgrade.
claim, and you can claim something as your home planet.
Okay.
And once you get onto your home planet, you can build things the way you want. And I honestly didn't get a chance to build much. I've seen a couple of videos, and it looks like pretty like decent in the way that you can do pretty much whatever you want. It doesn't look very restrictive, aside from obviously the standard structures. But yeah, claiming something as your home planet, I also believe that as soon as you start traveling further deeper into space, you can actually travel from whatever space station you want back to your home planet and then back to that space station,
Okay.
which is pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
And then of course you can leave stuff in your on your home planet. You can leave stuff in your freighter, and your freighter doesn't actually travel with you, but you can call it to you wherever you are. So if you need certain materials that you leave on your freighter, you can call it with like a press of a button. It comes to your solar system, and then you can fly up and dock on it and grab what you need and come back down to the planet.
Wow.
So it's actually like it's the foundation. Like it's what the game should have had when it started with.
How big was the update? You said it wasn't big.
I
You
don't
can't
remember.
remember.
I think it was like 3 gig.
That's nothing.
But the game
That's
itself was 3 gig, you know? So
Yeah.
like, if they've doubled that, they pretty much built the game again.
Yeah.
I think they've added in enough to sort of bring their players back. People who were like me, who didn't hate it enough. People who hated it, some people may just not want to come back
Yeah.
because it's just not ready yet. I personally think it's worth coming back and trying it again. For some people, I've read that the survival mode's been really, really good.
Okay. So what kind of
because
stuff do you do in survival
So
mode?
survival mode, you get less resources. It's a little hard, all that kind of stuff. Because obviously the game itself, it's not that difficult.
Yeah,
We played
so
it on your standard mode.
You can make it difficult for yourself depending
Yeah.
on the planet you decide to.
I mean, like the first
Take
thing I did
resources
was
from and-
the first thing I did was start docking on space stations and going through and collecting all the suit upgrades. So my suit's pretty much like almost max upgraded.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm not rich enough to be able to get more slots for it.
Yeah. Like I remember when we both picked the game up,
We had so much
and
fun.
we came here and we set both TVs up while Roger was on holidays at his house. It was good.
I was on holiday at my house.
God damn it! Shut up. Roger was on holidays overseas, and we were at Roger's house staying, and we set it up, and like we were so excited, and just like opening the game, and
A feeling.
that feeling of just like going through space, and you just felt like fully immersed straight away. Like you didn't need any story, you
It
didn't
was
need
amazing.
anything.
We were both playing with the headphones as well.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there. It was like a couple of hours. We didn't even talk to each other.
Yeah, we literally just stayed quiet for a couple of hours, like fully immersed in the game, and just went crazy with like I stayed on my planet, and like we were fixing the ship up to get off the planet, and then when we started traveling through space, it was just amazing. And
How to
Both-
be antisocial.
yeah, pretty much. But both myself and
Friendships.
Nathan,
High five.
yes,
Yes.
both myself and Nathan, we
Thanks.
never got to the point where we hated the game. So, Rog, do you have any news you want to talk about? Anything
Well,
you've seen
like I
this
said
week?
to you yesterday, man, like not much has happened.
Yeah.
But they did announce Marvel Vs Capcom 4,
I did see that.
which I'm pretty excited about. I love my fighting games.
So
Played
do I. Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash
One
Bros.
thing he's good at.
Trust a Nintendo guy. Yeah, so just so you guys know, we don't play Super Smash Bros with Nathan because it's too good. And
And he just kind of smiles at us the whole time he's playing, and then when he kills us, he just like turns his head and looks
does
over
the Luigi
and goes like, "Oh,
the
hey.
Luigi
Oh,
smile.
hey, what's up?" So what kind of stuff did they literally just announce?
This
that
is what we should
Marvel
do,
vs.
because-
Capcom's coming out. That's it.
Yeah, so it's coming out next year.
Okay. So any news with it? That's it. They're just like, this is coming out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're just like, yep, it's. I don't even think it was an announcement. I'm pretty sure it was a leak. So it looks
Close
like.
enough.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
everything these days.
but yeah, pretty much, man. So yeah, it looks like it's coming out next.
Okay, man.
next
Nintendo
year.
Switch was the leak.
You guys already
And they're
talked
like,
about.
actually, here's the trailer.
You guys already talked about Zelda possibly getting delayed.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah,
We would know if
and I
you
was
watched
telling
our show.
I was telling Nathan yesterday. It looks like Target has leaked the release date, which is in June
Oh,
next year.
My birthday.
okay.
Give my birthday gift to me.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this episode. Yeah, thanks guys for being here. Thanks, Finn.
No worries.
How do you feel about your first episode?
It's fun. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I did,
good,
my
man.
friend.
Nathan, thanks
Glad
for
to
coming
be
back.
back.
Thank you so much for being back. Yeah, had lots of fun this episode. If you guys enjoyed it as well, don't forget to click the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. And yeah, we'll upload some
We can be one of
weekly
those
content.
shows. Please subscribe and like.
Please like,
Share us on
please,
Facebook and Twitter.
Please!
Like
Hey, at
that
least ask
stuff.
for it at the very end. So if you have enjoyed it, you know, click the damn thing. If you haven't, don't worry about it. I'm not forcing you guys to do anything. So yeah, if you appreciate what we do, just subscribe. And,
Awesome.
If you like the friendly bants.
that's it.
Always.